Welcome to Trends on Thursdays, where I tell you about the trends I discuss with my clients this week. This week I'll talk about Facebook pixels, Google search, outdated devices, and search terms. First up, the Facebook pixel has gotten a whole lot more useful and user-friendly since it first came out. Matter of fact, with the new event codes that are easy to implement, you can train Facebook better than ever to get the customers or leads you want. An estimated 40% of the top 10,000 websites in the US use the pixel, and there are an estimated 2 million pixels in circulation worldwide. That's still nothing on Google Analytics, of course, which is used by about 70% of the world's top websites. Anyways, since Facebook can identify what visitors do on your website, it puts all that info into their algorithm and essentially spits out more customers. Impressive and a dream for marketers. Even better, you can of course remarket to people that went to your website and didn't buy, turning cold audiences into warm ones. I would say if you have a website and you're running Facebook ads without having a pixel, you are totally missing out. Next up, Google is prioritizing images in their search result pages. It seems like there's been a major change in Google RankBrain, and search results containing images have jumped up by about 10%, which is huge in terms of SEO. Google, of course, trying to keep up with Amazon, since Amazon is now the leading go-to when people are looking for products. This tells me a few things. If your business is about selling products, being on Amazon is absolutely important, but we kind of knew that already. If you rely on being on the top in search engine results, having an image to accompany your search results could give you a huge lift. This is new, and we've been adding it to client sites since we figured that one out. On the flip side, if you don't, you can expect a drop in ranking accordingly as results that include images move up. And most importantly, as always, it pays to stay up to date and ahead of what Google is looking for. I get daily reports for our clients to make sure that we know if there's a change in the algorithm, and usually we can tell the day it happened. This should be one of the numbers you keep up with if your business relies on web traffic or web sales. Next up, sometimes we forget that not everyone runs around with the same kind of equipment that we do. The technical divide often becomes clear when it's Android versus Apple. It's not something we think about very often until you text someone that has a green bubble, and then it's like, whoops. But the divide doesn't stop there. According to the Avast PC Trends Report 2019, the average PC is 6 years old and getting older. People are less likely to replace even a 6-year-old computer, as it's usually still fine for most things they're doing on a PC, as smartphones get more powerful and apps get leaner. This, of course, also means that your website can't rely on visitors having the same fancy equipment you do. Also interesting, top 5 software programs include Chrome, of course, Adobe Acrobat, and Microsoft Office, which means distributing PowerPoints, PDFs, or Word and Excel docs is less and less of a problem, especially since they can also be opened on your phone. LinkedIn has jumped on that opportunity and is giving some love and extra exposure to documents shared on their platform. As a side note, the same report also says that 55% of software is outdated, which makes it easier for hackers to get to your stuff, and who wants that? Updates are important, and so are backups, so keep that in mind. One more, a few interesting stats about organic search, seeing we discussed the other day that Google accounts for 96% of all searches. This has led to some interesting DMs and conversations, by the way. 50% of searches are now 4 words or longer, and we apparently get more and more demanding on what Google should understand. Even on paid search, it pays to figure out what long-form searches your customers might be searching for, as those are often cheaper. I like to take an occasional dive into the incoming traffic stats, as I always find it interesting how people search. In the same vein, the average Google first page result contains 1,890 words, meaning detailed contents wins out over short form. When it comes to intent-driven interaction search engine results, whether paid for or organic, the are the traffic driver for your website. Figuring out what exactly your customers are visiting for and mapping their journey through your website is important. Are they finding what they're looking for? Are they just wildly clicking around and leave frustrated? Can they get in touch anytime they want to? All of these are questions that you want to have answers for if your business relies on digital action to be successful. And that's the last statistic for today. No matter what your business, the odds of it benefiting from a digital footprint, whether it's search or organic or paid or social or whatever, are 99%. That's it for this week's Trends on Thursdays. I hope you will share this with somebody that will benefit from a regular dose of trends. Please like this post, page, wherever you're seeing it. Let me know what you thought. I'm Tobias Wilhelm.